Hello, Glitch Reaper here. Again, skin is for my special 255 celebration, but what I'm really here for is a big multi-part mob battle. I was thinking about it, and I wanted to see how strong the Killer Pacman really is. You may have seen him from my Crazy Craft series with Crazy Craft 3 mod pack, but how strong is it really? I mean, how big of a deal is this enemy when it comes to other creatures? And I have like a whole lot of OreSpawn bosses to throw at him, as well as a few others. And so I'm going to basically see how strong he is throughout the pack. Starting with a couple vanilla things, kind of, and OreSpawn. I mean by kind of vanilla is normally you don't see these as spawn eggs, but it's a bit of a different story whenever you got this, so we'll see how this goes. So, I'm going to start him off with Iron Golem and Wither, but then I'll be going through a bunch of bugs. I mean, OreSpawn has a lot of crazy bug bosses, so you kind of had to see that one coming. So, without further ado, let's get on with the show. Now, I have temporarily removed the Mob Properties mod, which is the reason why creatures have crazy stats in Crazy Craft. So, it should, and that reminds me, I am on, my usual normal. And the thing is that that particular mob properties adjust their stats, making it a little tricky to gauge sometimes for anything that isn't OreSpawn. They made sure that all OreSpawn bosses were still the same. Now, it should be noted that sometimes a Killer Pacman can break blocks, so I have made it something extra sturdy. I may sealing it over later, and I may do some of these fights out in the open, possibly up there. But anyhow, first up, let's see the Killer Pacman. Now, it has 100 HP at base, and so does an Iron Golem. So, let's see these two duel it off. Okay, you're seeing it, Now, will he be able to breach, though? That's a good, interesting question I hadn't really checked out this time. I think because of the Killer Pacman's hitbox, he can't actually reach. Nope. Could reach him. Oh, he did his grab. Sometimes he does a special grab mechanic where he kind of grabs and chews on me for a little while. That alone dealt a tremendous amount of damage to the Iron Golem. The Iron Golem is pretty aggressive towards him, so he's going to at least walk towards even if it can't reach. So he is going to be kind of brutally pounded. Oh, he got flung straight up but didn't go out of the arena. I was going to say if he goes all the way out of the arena, I might just leave him there because he's not doing very well against a chew. Nom nom nom. Oh, okay. He's gone. Okay, that was kind of brutal. Okay, spawn egg version of Wither boss. Usually I do the charge up thing, but this time, not so much. Wither's taking some damage, but I think it's mainly from his own attacks. And this is a bit more accurate situation for Killer Pacman to be fighting a Wither boss. Because you may do it in situations that are in, like, say forests and stuff, which have a lot of obstacles, and the Wither would probably just fly right over him and gun down the Killer Pacman. So apparently the Wither is just obliterating this Killer Pacman, although he is taking some damage. I'll have to clear him out whenever he's down. But so far it looks in this situation, the Pacman is going to lose fast. Congratulations, Wither. That thing was a boss killer. I mean, it just took out an Iron Golem. I mean, they're not the. Okay, that's it. You're out of here. I can't have you blowing up the arena. This brings up an interesting point. Oh, and remember, Killer Pacman loot can be absolutely anything, so that kind of loot pile is pretty typical. So I'll have to spawn in another one and go on from there. And that reminds me, now that that's through with, I can move one of my last bugs into position. Yes, I think I've got all of them here. I'll put that one there. Okay. Now, let's restart this fight with Killer Pacman and a Mantis. The Mantis is a flyer, but it's very aggressive, so it'll go after Killer Pacman, you know. And just get chomped. Well, to be fair, it's dealing some damage to Killer Pacman as well. It's actually doing quick pace, too. They're pounding each other fast. Ouch. You having a little, bug meal there? The Killer Pacman is down more than halfway. Didn't realize how fast that would be on both sides. Okay, fair enough. Okay, reset round. Oh my gosh, that was interesting. That was interesting. So yeah, Killer Pacman versus Mantis. Mantis gets just crushed, but the Killer Pacman takes a considerable amount of damage. So I could see luring them into each other as a way of managing that. I might go out of the arena for Jumpy Bug. I'm not sure because he fulfills his name. The Brutal Fly will fly around, but I'm pretty sure that you'll at least set off the Killer Pacman. Will you at least try, or will you forfeit and just fly off? Well, that was a hit. Can he actually, like, reach you? I mean, I know I could put up a ceiling. Never mind, Brutal Flies left the building. Wow, that was one impact. Really? Okay, maybe he would have more of a chance. I'll try Mothra instead. I mean, they both kind of wander a bit, so I'm not sure if this open field here would really work for it. I may have to go somewhere else and try them again. Or at least do a quick rebuild or something. Okay, so let's try Mothra. Will Mothra actually attack, or will Mothra fly away? I'm getting some forfeits from the big flyers here. Wait, did you actually hit him or not? He's just on fire. Okay, now he's definitely shooting. But I don't think naturally speaking a Pac-Man would be able to reach the Mothra. So the Mothra's oh wow, he's gonna get crushed. Mothra is a lot more aggressive than Brutal Fly. Apparently, it will actually remember where the enemy is and lob another fireball at them. Remember, the fireballs are the primary means of attack of a Mothra. So that means, among other things, oh my gosh, Mothra won. Congrats, Mothra. Really, seriously. That wasn't exactly the most easy thing. It's not going away on peaceful. Well, there's a reason why I got this. I do have it on peaceful, right? I do! What's up with that? Goodbye. I will probably watch you butterflies get chewed on in a moment, because the Pac-Man will probably finish those up at least. That illustrates my point. Okay, need a quick job here to repair that. Oh my gosh. Seriously, my mini arena just got eaten by a Killer Pacman. This is why there's very few structures considered truly safe in Crazy Craft 3, is they will eat through structures. Wow, I hit that block so hard I got my head stuck in it. Okay. Sometimes rushing forward is a bad thing. In fact, it usually is, folks. Take your time. Things usually are better off whenever you can basically, take your time, plan things out, make sure that every movement counts. Don't always rush around, folks. So don't do like what I just did, because that was a bad idea. I know that, and yet I still did it. So I got my head stuck in there for apparently no other reason. Okay. I think it's because he was suffocating the wall that he dealt damage. Okay, he's not eating the butterflies. But still, Mothra actually got one. Okay, now let's see how he fares against a Hercules Beetle. Oh, he's getting juggled. He's getting juggled. He's getting juggled. Oh, they're hitting each other. Oh, the Hercules Beetle went away. I'll try that again. I will try that again because I feel that probably should have went the other direction. So you just gotta love that sound. Okay, while I'm floating is because I have the the Royal Guardian set, and as long as you have the boots, you kind of move down very slowly. So yeah. Okay, let's try this again. I have seen the Hercules Beetle win against a Killer Pacman before. Oh, he charged back down to hit him. Nice. I mean, he had the upper ground. He could have just stayed there, going, I'm not feeling like you hurting, but no, he went for it. He really went for it. And he barely has anything off at all and is regenerating, so he would totally win. Impressive. Impressive. So, yeah. Good job, Hercules Beetle. This place is going to be littered with stuff. Okay. Now, next up we have Emperor Scorpion, Caterkiller. We do have a Jumpy Bug. Again, I'm not sure if I want to do Jumpy Bug just in the big open area. I mean, it's very aggressive. It'll probably go for it. But I think I'll do Emperor Scorpion next. Because it's super aggressive. It goes for it all the time. But can the Killer Pacman even attack back? Because both of them have good reach. But will the Killer Pacman have enough reach to... Oh, he's hitting it. He's hit... Oh, but he flung it at the last moment. The Emperor Scorpion totally won. It totally won. It just... No contest. It just totally won. And I think it is going to be healing after that. So yeah, it's just totally won. So congratulations, but also goodbye. So right now we are doing Killer Pacman versus Bugs. Okay, so let's do another Killer Pacman and the Caterkiller. This thing is interesting in and of itself, partially because of its ability to web things. Are you munching something, Caterkiller? Do you not know what is behind you? Go over there. This way. What are you doing? There's an enemy over here, and yet you do nothing. I've seen you two fight before. What's going on? Does the Caterkiller not... Do they have to aggro on each other specifically? Does this have to be an impact? I've worked this before. Can you please go over here? Wait, I think I was trying for it. Okay, I'll reset them. Still hear munching sounds. Okay, I'm going to try spawning the Caterkiller right on top of it this time. That should handle this. If I can hit a block close enough to get to impact. There we go. How did you phase through that? It's a pretty big target, so how is it doing that? You're not supposed to phase through walls. That's another mob stick. Okay. Oh, and the other one's coming in. So we had 2-on-1 for a moment. Okay, that one's not really aggroed. That one is. Has a very weird hitbox, might I add. Have you ceased us? It looked for a while like he's chewing on its tail. It happened again. You don't know how to Killer Pacman. You just need to push you two together, apparently, because you don't know how to deal with something that's not... I mean, the Killer Pacman should be aggressive enough for this, but it's not feeling it. Not feeling it. I mean, come on. Go. Okay. There we go. Apparently, they have to maintain contact and keep hitting each other. That's a little awkward. I mean, seriously, that's not the best way to deal with your aggro there. So, yeah, that wasn't exactly right. It still kind of worked out, but I'm not really feeling like that's the way that it should have went. Okay, I'll try Jumpy Bug. Let's see, do I have any other bugs right now? A large worm kind of counts. Kind of. See, I've done Mantis. Jumpy Bug is on reserve. Brutal Fly kind of had a forfeit, so I might give him another go. Hercules Beetle. Emperor Scorpion. That was weird. Large worm. Is there a bug oh, wait, there's also the robots. But there are also more robots than there are bugs. Then again, I think I'll leave that for robots. Okay, so we have the Pac-Man and the Jumpy Bug. So let's go here. Jumpy Bug, will you stay in the arena? For some odd reason, that did not trigger. It's very aggressive, though. I think it'll stay in the arena. And it has minions. Those spit bugs will use range, while the Jumpy Bug uses kind of ranged melee as it leaps onto its enemy. So let's see, can a Jumpy Bug kill a normal Killer Pacman? Oh, it's munching it. The Killer Pacman is totally going for the munch. Oh, it chewed him up and spit him out. But the Killer Pacman lost, I believe. Yeah, to the minions. Even though the Jumpy Bug is kind of stuck in the floor, the minions won it for it. Well, that was interesting. So it was killed by the spit bug minions. Okay, we still have that to try again, and the large worm thing is definitely going to be out in the open because there's like no other way to do it. Reason why is that it phases through floors and various environments. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to take off these boots that are slowing me down so much. Yeah, I see, so much easier to fall. It's just the way it is, folks. It really is. But this seems like a nice spot for a couple of big battles. Okay, could be reached. Could be reached. Although the Brutal Fly seems less obligated to actually maintain its aggro. Again, the Mothra seemed much more avid about it. Oh, he hit a tree. I mean, you hit really hard, Brutal Fly, whenever you hit him, but you're not really committed. Oh. Oh, okay. Now that was big, but the Brutal Fly won. It seems like the Mothra the Mothra on a win streak here. I can't say that about all the bugs though. They're not all doing the same thing, so it's not exactly a perfect matchup for them. The Jumpy Bug definitely won it out. Now, let me see here. Interesting items you got dropped over there. Okay, now, Killer Pacman again, and Large Worm. Oh, spin attack! Will the Large Worm actually attack overall, though? What? Something's attacking it from beneath. Oh, and it crushed it. Was that the Large Worm itself, though? I don't know if it was. I think it may have been, actually. Nope, there's some other worms. Still needs to munch them. Come on. They're waiting for you. It totally spun attacked that large worm, though. And that I found very amusing. Random X-ray. Are there any other worms left? Has it slain them all? Seeing how it has full HP and it was pounding that one, I'm voting for slaying them all. I hit it by accident. That was my fault. That was my fault. Oops. But I'm pretty sure it would be winning against that. I could redo that a little bit. Because it's kind of a weird fight when it comes to the large worm because it goes through the ground so much. So I'm gonna try over here real quick and see if I can aggro it. I saw it for a moment there. Come on, outline the block for me. I'll do that close enough. Okay. It's munching at least the medium one. I think I saw the medium one in there. But I can get rid of the ones on the side, so I can concentrate more on the... Did I hit it again? This thing may have more range than I was thinking. I think that's it. I think this thing has more range than I was thinking, so I need to be very careful what weapon I'm hitting with. That looks like a weapon. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't need a Stinger missile. Sorry. That would be a bit excessive for this. Yeah. Oops. Okay, let me just, this ought to work. Yeah, one more time. Third time's the charm, otherwise I'll declare this inconclusive. Munch, munch, munch. Certainly deals a lot of damage to them. Okay, you take out the periphery, because if you take out the periphery, you kind of advance the fight. I want to lure out the large worm. So that's the biggest out of the worms. It's the only one that really matters out of this set. It's always like whack-a-mole. I think it's pounding the bigger ones now, at least in that area. Oh, if you want to see something interesting to squish worms with in Crazy Craft, the Killer Pacman is not a bad choice. He certainly does his part. Are there any worms left, or has he won? Because if there's a worm tooth in that, he's won. Because that's only from the large worm. That's how you tell that the Killer Pacman has won the day. Just clearing out the little ones. You can take out the bigger ones. Ah! See, now they're taking big damage. So I know the mid-sized worms are getting munched. I don't know if they actually move from their spot. I think they mainly stay in one area each and just correspond vertically, and then they don't do anything further, so hence why him just kind of sitting there is making this a little weird. However, they're all much easier targets to hit. Does this count as teaming up with them? Weird sequential fight. You always have to destroy all the other worms before the big one gets lured out. And if that's also depending on whether or not he's still alive. Because I think he may have already been devoured. But first I have to make sure there's no other worms. There don't appear to be. I think he's defeated the main worm. I think he has. The real way to find out is to clear them all. See if I can find a worm tooth in there. Know what it looks like. I don't know. I think the main worm won't come out specifically for him. So, I think this does have to be declared inconclusive between him and the large worm. Again, it was kind of something that was already a little weird to mob battle with, so I knew this would probably happen. So, yeah. I figured this would be the result, that I'd get inclusive on that one. Okay. So that's that's one that does not work out very well. So I'll go back to my little spot and stop things for now, and come back later with more of this particular mob battle setup, because I'd like to see more of the Killer Pacman versus OreSpawn, and that should be able to. Whoa, terrain too intense for loading. Why did I have to use the plus version that also has biomes of plenty? Oh gosh. Please did no. Anyhow. Okay, so while I find my spot because of this weird terrain load throwing me off, I'd just like to say that I will be back for more of these that include the Killer Pacman versus OreSpawn bosses, because I wanted to find out how he performed against the various groups, including the bugs. And, well, I guess you can also kind of count the large worm. And I will also have robots, I'll have dinosaurs, and I'll have miscellaneous fights here and there. Like maybe some of the dragons, etc. I mean, there's a lot of different mobs in OreSpawn, and they go through all sorts of different categories. So I was going to divide up this particular mob battle by category. And I've already went through the bugs, so next up, robots or dinosaurs? That's a pretty interesting question there. And yeah, weird structure generation. Ignore that to a degree while I'm moving around looking for my spot. But anyhow, the big point I'd like to say is I will be doing this in more groups, so that was just kind of a preemptive a fight to show off a bit of how that's going to be like. So, until then, I can say that this is Glitch Reaper. So, there's my spot. Now, did it actually get eaten, or is it just a load? It's just a load. Anyhow, this has been Glitch Reaper with this particular mob battle. So, goodbye for now, everybody. Well, you know what I mean.